Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another match day of the WPL. It is season 2 of Stumps and Sixes, where every cricket moment finds its voice. And today, DC have absolutely steamrolled over UP Warriors. Over to you, Safi.
It was a amazing match. It was a delight to the eyes. Like the way Lanning and Shafali batted, it was fabulous. And then Jemimah gave the perfect end to the match. And also to talk about Radha's 4 wickets haul, like that was superb. He was on a next amazing level today. Like Sriram, what do you think about the match?
Actually, it's a good toss to win actually by Delhi. So as we all know, it's Chinnaswamy. So it's going to be always the team who's going to choose first as a bit of edge over the winning corner. So I think it's a good toss to win, and I like to bowl first. And they did a tremendous job, didn't they? Putting UP Warriors under this limited them to below 130 is a huge task by them. But yeah, seriously, it's heavy. I wouldn't say it's a totally one-sided game, but yeah, it was a heavy defeat indeed for the UP Warriors. Don't you think so?
Yeah, I think for the UP Warriors, it's a massive defeat. As I said, I
Yeah,
think it was Gershom who had pointed out in the opening match that while they did lose, they had a pretty positive outcome overall. They just lost by a run or so. And now to come and have this, to have a team absolutely steamroll over you is, I think, at two polar opposites, and it
exactly.
is certainly something they have to, I think, look into in the form of strategy, and I think where the decisions have gone wrong.
Yeah, I mean
So
they
yeah, I
have
And
think
to.
it's
I mean
that
they
one.
have to go to the drawing board and have to look back what they are doing. To be honest, because if you see the batting lineup, so you can see like 13, 0, 1, 17. The top order of them is failing completely. Only apart from Shweta, there isn't any of a big impact from any player there. So and to be honest, Delhi took the bowling as in charge, and Radha Yadav took the 4 wicket haul. It's a quite impressive performance from Delhi as well.
Yeah,
even I feel
completely.
that Shweta did bat very well. Like the birthday girl gifted
Hmm.
herself a perfect gift, but it just wasn't her day. And apart from batting and bowling, I guess UP also needs to work like a lot upon their fielding. There were a lot of drop catches today, a stumping missed, and that too
Yeah.
Shefali's drop catches twice. Like that costed them a lot because that girl went to hit a huge score today and get her team to the
Hmm.
victory.
I mean the
Yeah.
the whole total morale of this UP Warrior team is down, don't you think?
Yeah, I think
Yes.
it's completely in a way. I mean, which team's morale wouldn't be broken by this? And we
Hmm.
mentioned the 4 wicket haul. We can even see Marizanne Kape. She had a 3 wicket haul. I think it was just that cap, and it was I believe Radha Yadav. They both completely just in on their own. They practically took apart the entire batting lineup of UP Warriors. And as you mentioned, that their top order failed. It's not just that their top orders failed; they completely
Yeah,
failed
collective failure.
in. Yeah, it's a collective failure, but also you have failed at trying to get the most out of power play. And that was something we had noticed against Mumbai Indians also. They failed to bring out a lot out of the advantageous overs, you can say, when there's power play. And I think
Hmm.
today it was more apparent because it was not just power play where they failed, but even after that, they were completely torn apart to shreds by Delhi's bowling attack. So, yeah, on all grounds, it's a failure, a massive one.
And if I
Yeah,
have to
it's a
talk
failure
about,
from UP, but yeah, go ahead, Sakshi.
no, no, I'm just saying if I have to talk about Cap's bowling, it was, I would just say it in one sentence that she destroyed UP Warriors in seconds today. Like
Hmm.
the match started and she took the
True,
three
true, true.
wickets first. Yeah, it was like a really heartbroken day for UP today.
Yeah,
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 it
yeah.
was
So,
truly a
even
heartbreak.
apart from their bowling, their batting as well is looking tremendous. Like Meg Lanning coming and chipping in, and Shafali Verma. We know Shafali Verma how good she is. Like they both took the partnership and just took the match away from the UP Warriors just before they realized the match is actually gone.
Yeah, I think, as I said, UP were just completely torn to shreds. And I think it was, as Sakshi mentioned, from the start of the match, they were completely caught off guard. When you look at it, they had like 5 runs and 3 wickets over the space of like 4 overs. I'm no
True.
expert in cricket, but that's, I think, absolutely atrocious. You don't like to be criticizing any team or players
Yeah,
in
yeah,
that sense, but to have just one more run than the amount of wickets that have fallen uh, is it's really bad. So
It
yeah,
was just, I guess they were looking to hit boundaries here and there, just rubbing the bats off, but it didn't help them a lot.
yeah, it certainly didn't. And Sriram, coming on the batting lineup, since we are on that topic, what do you think about the
yeah.
shot selection? I genuinely think it was
It's
pretty poor, but
yeah,
what would you
it's
rate
very
it?
poor to be honest. Like if we all know how the batting form comes and goes, yeah, we can see that they are not in great of a form. Like all of their top order batsmen, but they should they should try to control the innings. They should try to stay in the pitch. That is the least you can do when you are out of form. Like I think they didn't capitalize that thing, and Delhi actually capitalized that thing from the UP Warriors. They saw that they are not chipping in rightly and they are not taking any good shots, and they utilized the opportunity and just blew away their top order batting. Actually, not the top order batting, their whole batting, to be honest. Like apart from Sweta, I don't see like anyone who is willing to play some good shots or something. Like they really have to go back to the dressing board and dressing room and go back to the drawing board and analyze them, and they have to pick them up real quick. Otherwise, there is no. I don't see any way back for UP, to be honest.
Yeah, that's true. But not just that. Coming back to that, Marizanne Kape, we mentioned the 3 wicket haul, Sakshi, but also she has across her 4 overs got an economy of 1.25. It is.
Mm.
Don't you think that figure is almost ridiculous in a way?
It's like test match cricket, no?
Yeah, almost at those levels.
It was
To
just
be
today
honest,
that
like
she came on the field, she came on the pitch, and just with a ball, she just showed UP Warriors their aukat today, I would say. Like, she just came in and took those 2 wickets of the openers, like, in seconds, and then she took a five for last year against the same opponent. So I can feel UP Warriors that already was sort of scared. They were already off cap.
yeah.
You
Like
can
there will
say
be one
that
player now who will be a trump card for every team, which apart from to a certain opponent, that player will be a huge threat. So I think Cape is for UP Warriors. I think it's Cape.
yeah, I think for them to have PTSD of her taking a fiver last year and then to have her take 3 wickets again, I think UP Warriors will certainly be looking for ways to not play her now at this point. I think
That is
it's
surely their biggest
genuinely
nightmare now.
ridiculous at this point what she's doing against them. But also a funny fact, Sakshi, we were talking to Gershom the other day, and we were talking about how Sriram, just to fill you in, we were talking about how competitive the first 2 matches were. Both of them where you
Yeah,
ended up
Nail
needing 5 runs
biting
off the
winners.
last ball. And
true,
suddenly, over the last 2 days, it has suddenly changed to a different type of script. And we
true,
are
true, true,
now seeing 2 matches where the opponent has completely steamrolled over
true, true,
the
true.
other team. And I think it's in a way ironic, but then somewhere in terms of a very different question, I'm going to pose to you, Sriram, but in terms of the growth that we talk about the WPL,
Mm.
and we were just, I mentioned that day that how this would be playing a very important role in the growth of the league and women's
Mm.
cricket. Do you think that such inconsistency in a way kind of is one of the sides that prevents the growth in a sense?
Uh, no, no, I don't think it will be like a stoppage for the popularity of this, because even in IPL we have seen such a low scoring affair. Like RCB is the one who is popular for low scoring affairs. We all know like 48.
They are
So
also the
we even
highest
lost.
scorer, Sriram. You're forgetting that.
There's
How many
Sriram, we have an
championships you lost,
RCB
actually?
girl here. We have an RCB girl here, and we had another RCB boy. So
Yeah.
Okay.
you're starting some beef here. So you need to be
So
careful
where?
with what you are talking because Sakshi is apparently behind everyone. This is her season, WPL season. Her. So you have
Okay.
to be
So
careful with who you are beefing with.
yeah. So onto your question, so we have seen multiple, low scoring affairs. It's common in cricket. So I don't think it will be, trouble for the WPL to grow because of this type of situation is happening. I think it's overall good for the cricket. Like even though we are, appreciating good batting conditions all over the place, like hitting 200s, like above 180 in WPL, obviously. So this low scoring affair is also a good chip for the bowling unit. It's a very great thing for the Delhi team because they have for 119 they have just blown away this UP Warriors. It's a good day for the bowling unit, I would say that, and I don't really think it's a bad call for a WPL thing to be blown away because of this low scoring affair is happening. So what do you think?
Yeah, so I think as you said, you make a decent point about that. That yes, WPL
Hmm.
won't be blown away, but in a way, my way of putting that forward was what brought IPL to the forefront was the entertainment factor, and to a
Hmm.
certain extent, what keeps it up is the entertainment factor. WPL is supposed to
Hmm.
be the cousin to IPL, and Sakshi, if
True.
you will join into this question here, because where I see it as if something cannot bring entertainment in terms of all sports to a certain extent. Today, the public is only going to watch it if there is a form of entertainment.
Exactly.
So,
This question, like, what
if
I'm
there
going to
is
say
a
totally.
one-sided match for something that is just at the beginning stages of garnering some sort of engagement, I mean, to a certain extent, my question was, is that going to cause a loss of interest of fans? Because yes, they have got a massive fan engagement this season. The attendance of fans is great, but now
Exactly.
and I'm I really couldn't be more happy to see it grow. But the point is, how do they go from here on now to first retaining and then continuing with this growth? Uh, and I don't think results like this, subpar results like this, I think this is not just a subpar result for the team. I think in this case, it's a subpar result for the growth of women's cricket in India, the way I see it. I think because the players need to come out there and give their 100% on the pitch to
Sure. Yeah.
convince the people that we are worth watching. I know this is not the right way to frame my words, but somewhere I think Sakshi is kind of getting what I'm saying.
But you can, like, the audience and the fans coming to the stadiums to watch their matches, the stadiums are almost full. That totally proves the point, like how entertaining they are finding it and how engaging it is for the audience.
True,
Yes,
true.
So
that's
I
true.
Like,
think
That's what I'm saying.
we have just seen it grow over the years. Like before WPL, also when we had the uh, not
All the
actually a
additions,
whole
yeah.
official league, but we had the same format going in. Since that time to WPL season 2, we have just seen it grow, the fan engagement, the audience. So it's just going to grow over the years, it shows. So there's nothing to be worried of, I guess. Like it's
like
going to
my
keep
point,
I'll
my
be
point
changing.
will
happy to be
be
proved wrong.
like I have a point here. So my point is going to be, if it's not a hit, we wouldn't be sitting here and talking about it, no?
I
Exactly.
Well, fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, this is one point I'm happy to be proved wrong on, and hopefully the league goes on to prove me very, very wrong over the next 2 years. Uh,
True, true.
but then coming on with these losses, UP, and then we also talk about yesterday's match, Gujarat
Like,
Giants.
Irish, I want to know one thing. Like, imagine if you are in this UP Warriors dressing room, like you are the coach of the
Yeah.
UP Warriors. What you will say to that young ladies to cheer them up and to bring them to the maximum potential?
I think I'll speak from an athlete's perspective. I'm not a
Yes,
cricketer,
yes.
but I'm an athlete at the end of the day. And I think after any loss on this magnitude, there needs to be a certain amount of encouragement. but there needs to be the harsh reality presented to the players in terms of
Exactly.
I think in terms of raw data they are a big enough team, they have multiple data scientists I'm sure who are working at it, and they have sure brilliant coaches, so I think yes they need encouragement, yes they are doing a brilliant job, but at the end of the day at a certain point we need to be sat down and shown that this is the raw data and at a certain
Correct.
level this is an unacceptable performance.
Correct.
So
Correct. Correct. They have to know where they stand actually.
yeah, they have to know the reality, they have to face it, and
Exactly.
I think then it is up to the coaches to and the captain to take the initiative and see how
Mm.
the team can move forward. That responsibility
Exactly.
lies with the coach and the captain, and that is why they are the coach and the captain. So I think that's how, if I were the person sitting in the dressing room, I think that's how I would tell them to move forward with this.
Like the if you hit the rock bottom, no, so the only way up is above. So I
Yeah,
hope that
that's true.
UP Warriors will come back because I kind of have they have my sympathy now because of this lashing. So let's see.
Yeah, but another point you say they have a sympathy. I'm sorry, Sakshi, you're being left out of a lot here, but
No, it's okay.
genuinely, as an athlete, you don't want to have it. The mindset should be that you should be good enough to not be getting sympathy from fans. There's another thing. If I was sitting in the dressing room, you asked me, this is, and I heard you speak, then I, as a coach, would be pointing this out to players. We should not be in a position to get sympathy. We should be in a
Mm.
position where, similar to how Sakshi mentioned, that Cap is almost feared by UP Warriors at this point. That's the mentality that if an opponent is seeing you, they should think
True.
of you as a player like Cap, not a team like UP Warriors, at least given the position they are in right now. I think
Correct. Correct.
that's a mentality that's to be had.
But I feel like again them facing MI in their next match. So do you remember the first match, like where they were it's the same team
Yeah,
that
the
that
same
I feel
fixture.
was
Yeah.
short of a run to win the match. So I feel they have the chance to show them all that they are
Yeah.
not what you are thinking. They are more than that. And it isn't
Imagine a
like that.
turnaround and beating MI
Yeah,
in the next match.
Yeah,
it'll
yeah.
be
I think
it'll be the
it's
best thing for the
the
night.
biggest chance. Yeah, as Sakshi is saying, it's I think their biggest chance at proving everyone that this has been a one-off result, and they are uh,
Mm.
actually underdogs here. They are not some team who is here to be shunned out.
Yeah,
I
established team.
think,
Yeah, yeah, established team.
yeah, I think
I
this is really the chance. Sorry, Sakshi, you can go ahead.
I guess it goes the same for GG. Like they are facing RCB tomorrow, and we saw their last match how of a mishap they did it in. But tomorrow is their chance to show and shine. I feel like
Is RCB that of a great team?
RCB is
They
That
they
of a
have
great
had
team.
a win. They have had a win, and Sakshi and Gashav, who are rooting for RCB, Sriram, they have said that this is the year for RCB.
Yeah,
And I just
because they know
said,
they can't win in IPL, so at least they want to win in WPL. It seems.
we are going to win
but
in both. These fellas
Sriram,
up now.
genuinely hilarious would it be if RCB went on to win the WPL before the IPL. It's been over a decade, I think now. They have failed to win a title in the IPL. I think every other team has gone on and won it at this point. And
True,
how
true.
hilarious would it be if your women's team went on to win it in the WPL in the second season? I mean, yeah, but still, I hope that the women's team can bring you some respite in your yearly depression,
Let's
Sakshi.
get back to DC
So,
and UP.
yeah, back to the topic. Yeah, so as you Sakshi mentioned, RCB are playing GG tomorrow, and yeah, I think it's another chance for even GG to prove that they are an underdog team here. They're here to fight. They're here to compete with the big teams. And yeah, I think that's how it is. Every day is a new day, and you just have to, at the end of the day, be working towards just being better every day. So yeah, that's that. So I mean, that's on my view of potentially them being underdogs.
Okay,
True, true,
just
true.
Yeah.
I know out of nowhere, but just quoting it, my favorite part of the match was like being a Jemimah fan. Like getting like DC getting that wicket down wasn't a heartbreak for me. I was so happy that Jemima is going to come now, even if it's just a ball she plays and finishes the match. But I want her to have that magical finish. She came, she
Mm.
smashed that four, and like again showed everybody what a great player she is. Like it was the best part of the match for me.
Yeah, and I
Jemima,
think there
Jemima
we
is a
go.
vibe, isn't she?
She
Yeah,
is
she's an
totally.
absolute vibe. That's what
Mm.
we were saying the other day, and there it goes. There's the Jemima fan club.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh,
I have heard I
it's
have
there
seen that
again.
Gosham was talking about Jemima that day.
Yeah, yeah, and she's an
She's
absolute vibe. And
exactly,
Gresham
exactly.
compared her to Virat Kohli as
Mm.
bringing those vibes, as bringing the positive energy to the team. And I think it
Mm.
remains the same. And yeah, I think again it was great to see her come on, score that finishing boundary. But yeah, I think you at no point can you say that Meg Lanning and Shefali Verma did not do a good job.
They did
Jemima came
Exactly.
on for one run
amazing,
at the end of the day. I
Tremendous
love her,
batting.
but she
Tremendous
came on for
batting.
one run. Yeah. So
amazing.
Shefali Verma 64 not out, another half century in the WPL. We look at Meg Lanning, also a half century. Both of them just absolutely, I think, steamrolled over UP
Exactly.
Warriors bowling as well.
And the
And
strike rate is also pretty good for Shafali Verma, isn't it? Like she is striking in a very
uh,
good strike rate. Like 150,
yeah,
like close to 150. It's 148.84. Like it's really good.
yeah,
And the
yeah,
best thing is
that's
she's
a massive
so
strike
young,
rate.
like she has a long, long way to go. And I'm sure she'll achieve a lot of amazing milestones in her journey to come. Like she did a good job today.
Yeah. I think it was overall, we have talked about how poor UP Warriors have been, but I think we also have to commend the fact that Delhi Capitals, on the other hand, were absolutely brilliant. They took advantage of every opportunity they got. I think their batsmen in Meg Lanning and Shefali Verma mainly, they were the ones who stepped up. In terms of the bowling, we talk about Marizanne Kape, we talk about Radha Yadav, they were the two who mainly stepped up. And I think these four players mainly just took apart UP Warriors and they were brilliant. You can, as much as you can say that
The
UP
overall
Warriors were
effort is really
poor,
good. Like as a
yeah,
team, it's really good.
Exactly.
yeah. So that's what just I'm trying to say. As much as you can say that one team was poor, the other team you have to also see that they were absolutely brilliant. So yeah, that's
Mm.
that.
So can
So
we say that Delhi are one of the favorites for the WPL at this moment?
I think I would put them there. I think I would put them. I
Mm.
think I personally have a little bit of bias. I'm a Mumbai guy. I'll personally have a little bit of bias, and based on the performances, say that MI are the favorites. But I mean, last
Like
year's
you, like
runner-ups
I can
went far
understand.
off.
I can understand why you are favoring towards MI because there
Yeah,
isn't Chennai Super Kings here, no. So you can go for that
I'm an
one.
MI fan. I'm a Mumbai boy. Unlike Sakshi, I don't go outside my territory. I'm loyal to my territory. Okay,
Guys,
Sakshi?
but you all are forgetting it's RCB's year.
Look,
So it's
only time's going to tell. We are all predicting. But yeah, on your question, Srirab, I think Delhi Capitals aren't far off. It's my bias that says Mumbai, but Delhi are last year's runner-ups and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
such
They
a
are up there.
convincing
They are up there.
performance, they aren't far
Obviously,
off. Yeah. But
they are
talking about
consistently doing
predictions,
it.
yay,
yeah, they are
favorite part.
consistently doing it. Yeah. Sakshi's favorite part, predictions time. Tomorrow's match, RCB versus Gujarat Giants. Who do you think wins? Who's gonna go first? Yeah.
Let
RCB.
Sakshi go first.
RCB, RCB. Like you guys didn't even have to guess what I'm going to like. It was so obvious. It's
Yeah,
going to
I
be
What do
mean
you
it's
think?
been
RCB
What do you
obvious
think?
man.
so but what do I think? I think RCB win. I
What do you think,
would
Sriram?
genuinely, I would genuinely
Uh,
want to give Gujarat the underdogs chance, but I think I won't say it's RCB's year, but certainly they are convincing enough to get this victory over the line.
yeah, I know. For a banter, we can say it's a Gujarat have a chance, but we all know obviously like RCB is too powerful to
I
for
think
Gujarat
we
to
are
handle.
we
Yeah,
are
I
So
giving
think
Gujarat
I think
the
RCB will win.
I think it's been a very one-sided prediction. Hopefully, the match is a bit more interesting than that.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly. Let the
I
match
hope
yeah,
win us.
I hope
yeah.
Gujarat Lions don't get to prove us wrong.
You would hope that. I would hope that they get to prove us wrong. I mean, in this case, as a neutral in this match, in the upcoming match, as a neutral, I think uh, there is nothing better than seeing an underdog story in that sense. So,
True.
uh,
But
yeah,
the support Bangalore has in Bangalore is tremendous, bro. Seriously.
Exactly.
yeah,
Like it's
yeah.
so the
That's
vibrant, the you have you seen that inauguration thing when Smriti came to the post match presentation speech? Like
yeah,
it was the noise was so amazing.
yeah.
We
It
can't
is
stop
amazing
talking
to see
about
that
it.
so
Like
many people are
every
behind this.
episode has the Bangalore energy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I think RCB are, yeah, that I completely forgot, but that's going to play a massive factor.
Yeah,
It played a
true.
massive factor that day, and it's going to play a massive factor again tomorrow. I think RCB having their own support behind them is going to be
Hmm.
a major thing. Yeah, and so yes. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. We thank you for joining us on today's episode, Sriram and Sakshi. And ladies and gentlemen, you can follow us on all our socials on Instagram and on Twitter for further updates. And we'll see you tomorrow for the match analysis for RCB versus Gujarat Giants. Thank you.